Alright, welcome back YouTube. I've been a really busy few weeks. A few weeks ago went to Aquashella, or it felt like a few weeks ago, maybe that was like 2 weeks ago.
One week later.
Then I had a whole Chicago trip where I went with friends. And yeah, not much has really happened, but I really wanted to give you guys a very quick update on the Redsea Reefer 350. So, I guess to start off with the bad news, right before my trip to Chicago, one day I came home from work and my nasal tang was actually stuck to my power head here. And I actually thought he was a goner, so I turned it off and went to go grab him, but he actually started moving and swimming. So yeah, he survived one more night. I'm not sure if he died from the injuries he sustained from getting sucked into the power head, but yeah, that was kind of a sad loss. Not really sure as to what caused his death. He was a little small, so I'm not sure if one night he was wandering or during the day and he just kind of got way too close to the power head. But yeah, unfortunately, we lost that nasal tang. And I really don't have plans on replacing him or getting more fish. I bought him to kind of attempt to help out with the bubble algae situation that I'm still kind of dealing with, and I think my next plan is to actually grab a bunch of emerald crabs. So I know they get a really bad rep, but I actually do have two very small female emerald crabs, and you can tell they are female by looking at their bellies. The males have a different pattern from the females, so if you were curious, you can search it up and look for yourself. But so far with those two, I actually see them out every night picking at my rocks. But there's just so much boba algae inside my tank that it's physically impossible to depend on just those two crabs to clean up my tank. So I plan on getting a bunch more. Not sure if I want to buy them online or if I want to go in store and pick them out myself. But yeah, so that's probably my next few plans. Sorry. Continuing on with other livestock, I did make a bunch of little frags over here from that huge pink acro colony I have, and you can see it's actually starting to color up and become really pink. So I fragged a few pieces. These guys are a lot more pale compared to the actual colony, so I'm hoping they can color up over time. But luckily, they're all surviving, very decent frags, and I'm hoping once they maybe color up or start encrusting at the base, I can sell them for like pretty cheap. My yellow Pikachu acro is starting to come back. You can see some hints of the yellow coming back at certain tips. Once acros kind of like brown out, I'm very sure that it takes a long time for those guys to color back up. So there's that. And PC Rainbow, I got a few new SPS frags from Aquashella that I will show you guys in a little bit. But PC Rainbow was doing really good recovering, then it started to look really bad again, primarily kind of like in the center of the acro, starting to become really like white, I guess, and bleaching again. So I moved it down to lower light and hoping that it will possibly get its colors back. Because, man, I saw some PC Rainbows at Aquashella, and let me just tell you, they were very different from this guy. They actually have like a hint of gold in the center, so really beautiful pieces. And hoping this guy can recover to look like that one day. In terms of what I picked up at Aquashella, I was looking for primarily acans, acros, and I think that's about it. I was looking for some mushrooms maybe, if they had decent ones, but didn't find anything that really popped out. And I also didn't want to like break the bank, although I did, I think, end up dropping around like 200 or 300 bucks maybe. So yeah, so another brand new thing I added into the rock was I picked up this like little floating, I guess you can call it like a shelf rock off eBay. Pretty happy with how it turned out. Some of you guys probably are cringing at like, you know, like that fake purple coloring. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that coloring too, but compared to my rocks, it's actually like not too far off. And these rocks all started off with like Marco like white. So I'm gonna give that one maybe like a couple more months and it'll probably just be the same color as these guys. But surprisingly, the magnets are pretty good. It comes with like two little magnets on the back, and a lot of like the magnetic shelf rocks typically you'll find doesn't really support up to like 1/2 inch glass, but that one does. So really happy with how it turned out, and it seems pretty sturdy. So I'll probably get some better shots. But the guy on the left right there is a I think CB Maleficent that I've been looking for a very long time. I just really love the red that comes on them. And the one on the right is actually I think it's called the Merlin Staff. Really neat. Has some like yellow with purple. So really happy about finding those two guys at Aquashella. This guy right here in the middle is the I think it's called the Vivid Confetti. I actually picked this one up at the TSA booth, and I got to meet Blaine and talk with him for a little bit. So really nice guy, and I was glad to get a little quick conversation with him. Surprisingly, the TSA booth, they had some pretty decent price frags too, so I couldn't turn down that deal. I think I picked that up for like, I can't remember, like 40 to 50 bucks, but it also has like a lot of branches. And one branch actually fell off, and it's I think this one at the corner. For some reason, the branches that get fragged, they just like lose colors instantly. So yeah, there's that. And then other than that, I have some acans I picked up in my sump, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And my friend got me, there was like this little rubber ducky game, and it's like a, you know, one of those, you pay 20 bucks and you either get a duck that's worth like 20 to like 500, I think that was the max price. So yeah, so I got, he got me a duck that was worth 20, and I picked up this Fascination Fabia right here. It kind of flipped over because some snails were like messing with it. But let me see if I can turn up the brightness. I had a few in the past, and they're really neat. They're like mainly yellow, green, and red. So just over time they kind of change colors. They're just really neat. So yeah, that's kind of all the new stuff I picked up. And I have a lot of stuff on little frag racks growing out. A lot of Zoas and stuff that I'll probably try to sell in the future. But yeah, so that kind of wraps up all the new stuff. And the tank's kind of just cruising. Reminder for those of you that probably didn't see my last video, dosing Aqua Forces 1, 2, and 3. which is just basically calcium, alk, and magnesium. Dosing acro power on the side, some stuff to help with low nutrients, and I actually started to dose a little bit of the Redsea A, B, C, and D. I heard a lot of people have good reviews about that, so I'm giving that a try. And I can say that after dosing it a few times, try to zoom in on this guy, I'll probably get a better shot for you guys. But this, I believe this is the Miyagi tort. In the past, it was a lot more like white at the center, but the green is starting to come back at the base. So it looks really awesome. You see green base with the purple tips. Oregon blue tort, still like encrusting after all these months, but not really any vertical growth yet. But this other Oregon greenish blue tort, I don't really remember the name, or I can't really confirm it's really an Oregon blue tort. That one has been growing really awesome for me. And it's weird because the branches, like one side's like way more blue than the other, so really nice. I can say that the ORA pearlberry has colored up, and it's like green base with very purple tips, but it's more of a lighter purple compared to the Miyagi tort. And I really like the growth pattern of that guy. I should have a frag here in the front. Right there, it grows really nice and encrusts like crazy. So yeah, there's that. And there was some stuff I picked up before Aquashella. You guys probably saw in the last video, I have one right there. It's a chalice. So that one's called the BPC or something like that, flamethrower. So once these guys grow up, apparently the edges get really blue, but really nice dark red. And it's already kind of encrusting around the base of the frag, which I clipped off. I have like this partial scolia that I picked up for a pretty nice price. I'm just going to assume that eventually maybe it'll get a little circular. And over here I kind of put it in this back corner because it was doing really bad in high flow area. But that one in the middle is the BCP flamethrower. Or sorry, I mixed up the names. That one is the Flaming Bugatti. So really nice. It's a lot brighter than the other one. It has more like orangey, has some streaks of green and blue, just awesome rainbow chalice. So I have those two growing for me, and yeah, there is all of that. Alright, moving on to the sump. I think I shared with you guys that I got new frag racks last time. I have a lot of stuff growing. One of the biggest challenges right now is like cleaning the sump, I guess, because but the light, of course, you grow a bunch of random stuff. And it had like a massive aiptasia outbreak in the sump. I think there was a good like 30 of them at one point. So I bought a bunch of nudibranch, as you can see there. I have them in the cups now. And nudibranch is like kind of like exponential. So like you get a few, you don't think they're doing work, then like 2 weeks later you see like they've probably like reproduced maybe like 3 times the population, and like they cleared out all your aiptasia. So they did a really good job. I have some of these pending for pickup or maybe a trade-in at a local fish store. But yeah, they've done their job very nicely, and I had a massive outbreak also in my nano tank. So they did a very good job cleaning stuff up. So I'm going to try to rehome them. Just a tip for all you guys, if you guys get them in the future, you can definitely find them at night while they're roaming around your tank. And they're really easy to pick up if you have something like a little turkey baster. Kind of just like suck them up. But they're more active at night, and you'll know like once they're done with the job is whenever they start roaming like the glass. And sometimes they even swim like upside down on the water surface, which is really neat to see. But yeah, so once their time is up, you should probably give them to the next reefer, or else they'll like starve and die, which is kind of sad. But yeah, so I have some in there, growing a lot of frags. There's 2 of the acans I picked up at Aquashella. Really nice red color. I'm totally into like the red acans. But this one's like more like a red with yellow streaks, and this one's like red with like bluish, like teal. So really neat on those 2 frags there. Alright, so that wraps up today's video. And that was actually my first Aquashella. Just wanted to put some thoughts out. Overall, a very big event, and I think I will be returning next year. Compared to Reefer, obviously it's going to be a lot bigger. But this is also the first time I've gone on a Saturday and a Sunday For the past 2 years, whenever I've gone to Reef Palooza, it's been a Sunday, so I think there hasn't been a lot of people. Got to see some YouTubers in the distance. I saw Remy and Chris Meckley from Reef Builders shooting in the background. Also saw Than from Tidal Gardens checking out the new Maven from Core View. And I also got to meet Blaine in person, like I mentioned before. Unfortunately for some of the other guys, they looked really busy and I wanted to be mindful of their times. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video, and I will see you guys next time.